If you want to know the movies that define the generation born from 1965 to 1980, you should definitely watch our picks for the best Generation X movies.
Number 10. Empire Records, directed by Alan Moyle. The fight against corporate greed is what drives the characters in this true heart-inspired music ride. The family likes the staff of a small record store that provides teenagers with great music and sees their future in trouble when a big label wants to buy them. After losing all their money with a bad bet, the fight for independence begins. Number 9. Clueless is a coming-of-age teen comedy film written and directed by Amy Heckerling, poking fun at the typical teenage genre without ever getting too cynical or satirical. Clueless finds the young, rich, and socially successful girl share at the top of her Beverly Hills high school pecking scale. But when all her success suddenly shatters, she must realize just how misled she was and must use all her charm and intelligence to deal with the all-important teenage social life. Number 8. Wayne's World, directed by Penelope Spheris. With charming and hilariously absurd characters, Wayne's World invites you into the wacky world of Wayne and Garth, who were offered a big-time deal for their basement TV show. This takes them on a wild ride of pop culture references and unforgettable catchphrases as they navigate fame, friendship, and a meddling corporate sponsor. But there was more to the deal than they could have guessed. Number 7. Kids, directed by Larry Clark. Delivering good teenage drama and a huge surprise, Kids will test its audience to the limit to prove its value. When a young teenager who has set himself on the mission to sleep with as many virgin girls as possible without them knowing he has HIV, one of his earlier victims, is going on her quest to stop the horrifying kid before the next victim. Number 6. Heathers is a black comedy teen film directed by Michael Lemmon. This high school coming-of-age story of a different kind sees one of the most popular girls in school act out against her friends. Despite being part of the famous girl clique, Veronica grows unhappy with their group's bad behavior. However, when she and her boyfriend accidentally poison the leader, they make it look like suicide. This seems like a good plan until she learns the fact that her boyfriend is killing everyone he doesn't like. Number 5. Clerks is a buddy comedy film written and directed by Kevin Smith. Life has hit a wall for a group of friends who work at night shift at a Dell, New York convenience store. But the night becomes exciting when an incident occurs, forcing protagonist Dante to decide between two of his ex-lovers. It's a tough choice for someone who doesn't even know what he wants from life. Number 4. Office Space is a 9,099 black comedy film written and directed by Mike Judge, with sharply written dialogue and hilarious ideas. Of a Space is a refreshing take on its genre. As we follow Peter, of the top company employees suffering through days that seem to get worse and worse, we experience his perspective on frustrating workspaces, but everything will change after an incident with a therapist that leaves him in an everlasting state of trance. Number 3. The Breakfast Club is a 1985 coming-of-age comedy drama film written and directed by John Hughes. As one of the most funny and heartfelt insights into the lives of teenagers in high school, The Breakfast Club follows a group of teenagers, each belonging to their specific hierarchy in the school system. But as they spent a day in detention, the very different girls and boys discover they have maybe more in common than they thought. Number 2. Boyz n the Hood is a coming-of-age hood drama film written and directed by John Singleton. Exploring Afro-American culture from a far smart standpoint, Boyz n the Hood sees 3 friends in the heart of tough LA. This incredibly honest story proves that within poverty and drug wars, it's about family holding together and teaching important social values to your children, or they will be absorbed by the never-ending gang conflicts. Number 1. Fight Club is a 1999 psychological thriller film directed by David Fincher. As probably one of the most quoted, influential, and pop cultural classic movies ever put to screen, Fight Club explores manhood, ego, depression, and the prisoners we can become in our daily lives in a fresh and ultimately terrifying way. When burned-out Jack meets the wild Tyler Durden, a man he always wanted to be, a dangerous and chaotic friendship begins.